Do all dreams come from God, or is Satan able to give dreams?
Wow, that's a two-part question. Let me do all dreams come from God? I don't, God obviously allows everything, okay? But some dreams, like if you dream that you're walking down the street and you forgot to put on your pants, I think that's just you had too much pepperoni pizza before you went to bed. I don't think God's trying to tell you anything, okay?
Mhm.
There's some dreams are so bizarre. All it is your brain processing information. It shows that your brain is working while you're sleeping. Have you ever heard that statement that we only use 10% of our brain? We use 100% of our brain all the time. And that's not my opinion. The scientists, neurosurgeons have figured it out, that people's brains are working way more than 10% even while they're asleep. And so your brain is processing random information, and not everything is from God as far as I'm trying to tell you something. Doesn't mean that God can't use that, okay? I think it's rare, but I think it can happen. In fact, in the Middle East right now, thousands of Muslims are coming to Christ, and they don't have a Bible. God has given them dreams. And there was one guy who kept seeing in his dream 14:6, 14:6, 14:6. And he's like, why am I dreaming this? And Jesus is saying to him, 14:6. And he finally found a Christian and said, hey, why am I having these dreams? And he goes, John 14:6, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And he said, yes, that's anyway, it's crazy. And again, that kind of throws my theology off a little bit on some ways, but if it's happening, I'm not going to contest it. So, this part two of the question, can Satan do dreams? I do not know. I really don't know. I guess it's possible. If Satan, see, a lot of times people say, well, don't pray your prayers out loud because Satan can hear them. He's a spiritual being. He knows your thoughts, okay? So how much does he know? I don't know. I know he's not omniscient. God knows everything. Satan doesn't know everything.
I would think, especially if you're dabbling in occult things like Ouija boards and stuff like that, then Satan has a lot more influence.
Yes, that's a great point. So I guess I would think that he probably could, especially if you aren't dabbling in the demonic. I could see where the more possession is given up, then that could happen. That's scary, so be careful.
So this was like this, I guess maybe a second part to that question, but it was, how is Satan taking Jesus to all these places?
Yeah, so Jesus is only cooperating. It doesn't. I don't think Satan grabbed Jesus by the throat and forced him. I think he led him to these places, but because Jesus knew that he was led into the wilderness in the first place by the Spirit. So he knew he had to go through these tests. He knew this was part of the process. He knew that he's the greater Job. That Job went through this whole battle with Satan, and then Jesus is going to go through the same thing.